Hey everybody, Lincoln Murphy here with 16 Ventures. I'm excited to tell you about the brand new video series called the Pricing Page Success Formula. The Pricing Page Success Formula is going to give you the knowledge and tools needed to design your pricing page from the ground up, to redesign or refine your current pricing page, and more importantly, to continue to refine the pricing page over time. But what's in it for you? Well, a well-designed pricing page can help your SaaS or web app company increase sales, increase monthly recurring revenue, decrease customer acquisition costs, increase customer lifetime value, and get to profitable revenue quickly. But what do you get with the Pricing Page Success Formula exactly? Well, there are a number of videos covering value pricing basics for SaaS and web apps, pricing page fundamentals and design elements, market segmentation, bundles, versions, and pricing metrics, and even one on ethical and effective price testing. This is over 5 hours of content. The Value Pricing Basics for SaaS and Web Apps video covers the definition of value. We give a clear explanation of value pricing. We'll talk about value proposition versus value perception. We'll talk about how to raise the market's value perception of your product. We'll give you the secret to success with value pricing and how all of this applies to your pricing page. In Pricing Page Fundamentals, we'll talk about the role of trends in the development of your pricing page and why your pricing page is important even if your price is perfect. We'll cover some frequently asked questions. Do all SaaS or web app vendors need a pricing page? What is a pricing page really? Does having a pricing page determine the sales model? How are pricing pages generally used? We'll cover some common misconceptions about pricing pages and why copying the pricing pages of other vendors is a bad idea. In Pricing Page Design Elements, we'll dig into the details of designing a pricing page, how the pricing page relates to your overall marketing site and overall marketing strategy. We'll talk about the 5 elements required for B2B success and how looking at your pricing page differently can yield amazing results. Then we'll move on to market segmentation, where we will first define market segmentation. Then we'll understand how it applies to SaaS and web app vendors. We'll dig into versioning and bundling, and how understanding market segmentation can make you more competitive and even take you out of price comparisons with vendors altogether. We'll talk about alternatives to real market segmentation and a lot more. Then we'll move on to bundles, versions, and pricing metrics, where we will help you understand what a pricing metric is and understand the difference between bundles and versions. Then we'll tell you why all of that actually matters. We'll talk about how to pick the right pricing metric and why you shouldn't blindly copy other SaaS or web app vendors. We'll talk about how to avoid unnecessary complexity and why bundles or versions are not always required or even the right thing to do. Finally, we'll talk about ethical and effective price testing. We'll talk about how developing a real price from scratch is hard. Figuring out how to test that without hurting credibility is key. We'll talk about techniques for testing prices without alienating or irritating customers. We'll help you understand the difference between reference price and anchor price. And we'll learn when strategic discounts are useful and when they hurt. And of course, there's a lot more. And yes, there is actually a lot more. The Pricing Page Success Formula also includes a quick start checklist, which is probably worth the price itself. Then there's a glossary, some suggested reading, and of course the PDFs of all the slide decks from each of the videos. More than anything, it's about what's in it for you. Remember, a well-designed pricing page can help your SaaS or web app company increase sales, increase monthly recurring revenue, decrease customer acquisition costs, increase customer lifetime value, and help you get to profitable revenue quickly. So what are you waiting for? Buy it now. Go to 16ventures.com/pricing. You will thank me later.